Okay, welcome to the first ever podcast of the Gains Club. That's what I have to say about that.
Excellent, brilliant. This is going to be a bit different to the sort of stuff we've done before, and have absolutely no idea how it's going to go. But yeah, so we're just going to chat shit for half an hour and see where it goes.
Yeah, we're going to riff. We're going to start with what we think the Gains Club is and what it means to us.
Yeah. I mean, we just went for a coffee and wearing the Gains Club t-shirts. Nice guy behind the counter asked us what the Gains Club was, and we both sort of froze and sort of panicked. And
So
I have no idea.
I think the Gains Club to me is we're trying to build this online community of people that just like lifting weights and want to try and prove who they are and get stronger. Like, because I love going to the gym and training, and I'm trying to put the love on everyone else, and I want to get better. And I think if I get better, the easiest way for me to get better is to make you better, and then you're going to do the same to me. And that's why training partners are important as well.
I like that.
Yeah.
There's lots of getting better in there.
Oh, yes.
If I get better, you get better, then we get better together. Big fan. But yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. For me, the best part about the Gains Club, the whole thing behind it, is building that community aspect. Having the people around makes it worth doing. You stick at things you enjoy, so if you surround yourself with good people and you push each other, and everyone gets better together. So having that, I guess that's the club part of the Gains Club, isn't it? It's having the people around you and pushing each other to get better. And that's kind of what's exciting about it for me.
Yeah, and just even though it's online, we organise all these get-togethers, and most of the time, with that atmosphere and surround yourself with people probably similar abilities, you always get that big push, and that's when everyone always has those PBs, especially if you're new to it.
Yeah.
Like, because from the outside looking in, weightlifting's an individual sport, but then if you go to, like, I don't know, a CJC Gains day, for example, or the Gains Club, then all of a sudden there's like 20, 30 people all lifting weights, and you're like, well, yeah, this is actually fun.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most important thing.
It is actually wild how much you realise the team and the atmosphere sort of plays into it. I've never been to one of your events, or one of our events, where people haven't absolutely caned all their PBs. The atmosphere just seems to lift you up. That was a big difference for me as well, going from being largely sort of self-trained, being like the coach myself, doing your programming in the back of one of the CrossFit gyms, going to an actual weightlifting club, like now training at Brunel, being in that atmosphere with those people who will have that same goal, it lifts you every day. And you said the other day when we were at Verulam, and a lot of people who I train with intermittently have always sort of commented on how much I've improved in that quite short period. So it's not just like the atmosphere on the day, but you really do get better from being in that environment, in that atmosphere. It's so cool. And for a lot of people who don't have the access to like a weightlifting club, like the whole Gains Club ethos, actually putting on the events, giving everyone that forum to go and like, be with people who all have the same sort of thing in mind, like go and sling heavy weights. It's really, really cool, because actually makes it more accessible for so many people. Yeah. And then everyone slings their PBs, it's great.
It gives more opportunities as well, and that's what I think is a good thing. And it's been cool for me to watch your journey as well, like from seeing you go to the classes to then progress to like open gym, need that little bit extra stuff, and then from open gym then you started going to different gyms, and then Brunel, and yeah man, now I lift with you, I'm in awe of the technique that you've changed. And although like it probably felt like you were going backwards to change a few things, now you're going to progress so much more, and now you're stronger than me, and I don't like it.
That is the aim. I guess, yeah, for a lot of people who don't know, my sort of weightlifting journey started, a friend of mine, Matt, teaching me the basics in car parks over lockdown and COVID. Shout out Fierce Fitness, legend. And then, starting at CrossFit Watford with you as my first ever proper coach. I credit you with a lot of the reason I love the sport, to be fair, because it made it engaging, and actually learning those skills was absolutely class. Went from being your coach to on to Brunel and competing all over the country and stuff, which is absolutely mega, and now training with you as equals.
I was at my equals. You got my total by like 15 kilo on Friday.
Weight classes though. Realistically, I'm what, 2-3 weight classes above you?
Yeah. I mean, it was inevitable. You're
Yeah.
going to be better than me anyway.
Mass moves mass, mate. Yeah.
But my goal is to like limit how much better you can get from me. Yeah, that's my goal.
Well, that's my goal with Tom and Jasper at the minute. It's damage limitation because they're both absolutely flying. I've got to just stay an inch ahead of Tom because he's only 89? Yeah. He's 20 kilos lighter than me. Sure, well, more than that. I'm a super, so he's like 60 kilos lighter than me.
It's crazy though, because them two boys are not slowing down. I've not seen them struggle with like any lift. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, just did my PB clean and jerk," and it looks like RP 5.
Yeah, it's impossible, isn't it? It's mental watching them lift, and it's Jasper especially. I watch him, and just when I think I'm catching up, he'll post like a 190 split jerk or something ridiculous, and it's right, okay, now I'm humbled again.
Yeah, and it's good. It makes you hungry, but it also like checks your ego in it. Like as soon as you think you're the best, there's someone around the corner.
Oh yeah,
and that's why
he's normally younger, lighter, more athletic,
better looking.
better looking.
But that's probably, it was a good thing for you to leave CrossFit Watford. Like, because if you just stayed at CrossFit Watford, you're essentially the strongest one there. Like, just by yourself. So if you'd have stayed there, you would definitely not have grown as fast or as much as if you've like gone to somewhere with like little fish in a big pond sort of thing. Yeah.
There comes a time where if you want to progress and get better, you have to humble yourself. And I think going to Brunel was that humbling experience. Training with people like Jess and Erin, who are like current European standards
on the international scene.
Scene, it's crazy. And guys, even like the young guys who are students or just finishing uni, they're all absolute freaks, and it's crazy.
They're just fearless, mate.
Yeah,
they're fearless.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, I get 90% overhead, and I'm sort of like, oh, am I feeling it today, really? And then Tom will walk in, injured knee, injured elbow, not feeling too great today, and then whacks up a bloody Scottish record.
Yeah, we just did back to back, really. Last two weightlifting comps, what did he do? 131 record. Next one, 132.
Animal. Because the first one was actually at Scottish Seniors, wasn't it?
Yeah, which was a bit of a mess, to be honest.
Yeah.
We went
Talk us through that.
Right, so Scottish, what was it? Scottish champs or
Scottish champs? Yeah, Scottish Senior champs.
Yeah, so Tom Wright, we've gone up with him. I was going to go up and coach him. So we've got the plane up Friday morning. Spent the day in Scotland, like we just chilled, got some food, went to the arcade, watched a movie, trying to relax him. He's like stressing out about weight. He's got a million things on his mind. As if you know him, you know what he's like. Wake up Saturday morning, we go there. He weighs in like 2 kilo underweight. So all of that stress from the week off was like pointless. And then
didn't get some food in real quick.
Yeah, and then so they were lifting in like like a basketball court, that sort of floor.
Right.
They had a couple of mats on it, and then they had two groups. Obviously, the lighter groups go first, females, males, and then they've all of a sudden there's a hole in the floor, so they cancelled it. And me and Tom were like, "What? We are playing this Saturday night
from the lightest groups."
Yeah, there was two groups that went through. The heaviest weight dropped on it, I think, was 150 kilo maybe, and that only happened twice.
I mean, that's a lot of weight, but for a national champs, that's poor.
I would have thought it was going to be a bit more like organised in the sense of like the platforms, because the platforms they couldn't even screw the sides in. It wasn't all connecting. Right. So like the two poles on the edges were like, there was like a big gap in between. It looked rogue. It looked like someone had told them on Friday, you have to organise the competition tomorrow. I was pretty annoyed. So then obviously it was going to cost me like another few £100 to stay up there and stay on Sunday, because they moved the competition from Saturday to Sunday.
Yeah.
But then they moved it 2 hours away in Dundee from Glasgow. I think it's about 2 hours. Maybe that could be wrong. But then I was like, man, I need to go home. I got work to do. Yeah. I didn't have the money to spend. So then Tom has jumped in with, I forget his name, but he jumped in one of the Scottish BWL guys, stayed on his sofa, and then in the morning he drove him there, and then Tom had to get the train back. So fair play to Tom, going through all of that like adversity, sticking through it, still managing to get the record, and he got to put up a total, and I'm pretty sure he won his category.
Yeah, he won. He was Scottish Senior champion.
Yeah. He's
absolutely flying in a minute, isn't he? It's a pleasure and also it's so humbling to train with the kid. Honestly, I drive him home from Brunel quite a lot, and we always have talks, and it's quite impressive. His mindset has shifted so much recently. It's really cool how serious he's taken it, and I'm excited for him. Genuine like Commonwealth prospect, I think.
Yeah,
you heard it here first.
Commonwealth is what, next summer, so he's got like a year and a bit. I'm not sure what the numbers he needs to hit for the total is.
So we were chatting to Christian the other day at Brunel, and we think a 300 total would put him like in quite good contention.
Nice.
And bear in mind, so at the Brunel Spring Open, which we're going to put a video out on, did like a little BTS. At the Brunel Open, he did a 132 snatch on his second attempt.
Nice.
And then declined third attempt because his elbow was given a bit of jib. So an additional Scottish senior record on his second attempt at a local comp. That's not bad. And then he made 150 clean and jerk look like absolute dust. He just misgreaved it on his first attempt. So he missed his first, got it on his second. So he's got so much more ceiling for that as well. I think he missed a 5.5 2-1 on his third attempt. But yeah, so he got 282 total, which is actually better than my total from British. Bastard.
On his second attempt.
On his second attempt. So he's got so much more to go. He's absolutely flying. I have every faith he'll get there. It's very, very cool to see.
He'll definitely be at 300 soon.
Oh, God, yeah.
Bro doesn't even struggle with the weight.
That's what we were saying earlier. He's one of these kids whose just trajectory is to the absolute moon in a minute and just doesn't know how to struggle. So when we were at Brunel the other day doing the filming for the PWL thumb tape, and what was his front squat?
Yeah.
He was saying his front squat 1RM was like 165 or 170 or something. I
think he'd done 170 before, yeah.
And then he did 65 for a double, absolutely smoked 70, put on 75, put on 80, and just moved it so quick he didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, and you know what else? Because he'd not been using smelling salts, then he got your smelling salts, jammed it so far up his nose that he wasn't prepared for it, made him dizzy, so when he went to do the lift, he was gone all lightheaded, like an idiot.
I do take slight responsibility for that, to be fair. And the fact that you're now hooked on smelling salts as well.
I am 100% hooked. There is nothing I would rather do than take some smelling salts before I lift, even over caffeine at the moment.
Yeah.
It just gives me
something about it.
Such like a buzz and like it gets you so fired up.
It puts you in fight or flight mode. I don't know what it is. It's the adrenaline or something. I'm not even going to pretend to understand the science of how the ammonia works, but yeah, it does something. There's actually a bottle over there winking at me. I'm tempted, but no, I'm not tempted. That's the Hellfire Phoenix.
Is it?
Hell Rising.
Oh, mate.
The day I got it, I came home and me and Paddy cracked it. I'll go for it, yeah.
Oh no.
Big warning label on the back.
I'll do it if you do it.
I'll do it, yeah. Why not?
Shall I shake it?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh. I'll go first. Oh, I only went up one nostril as well. Jeez. Mate, my eyes are watering now.
Oh. 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 I can't see. I can't read. Yeah, so that is Cerberus, Hellfire, Hades, smelling salts, and that's the size of the warning label on the back of it.
Oh, I'm awake now.
Yeah, hell yeah. I think we need to do like if we start getting some guests onto these type things, do like a Hot Ones style interview.
Yeah.
But rather than hot wings, we line up a whole bunch of smelling salts.
Like quick fire questions.
Yeah.
Smell one, answer this question.
Yeah. I think that'd be quite funny to watch. Plus, I just want to
bring people to the ammonia circle.
Teenagers and just get Tom crying to do it all. Oh. I'm awake now. That's great. That and coffee, I'm good.
Yeah, because we did some filming for the thumb tape, so we're bringing out a British weightlifting and CJC thumb tape collab.
I've actually got one here.
Oh yes, and what we did for this one is we made it wider so that there's less wastage and it wraps around your thumb in one go. It's still the same stickiness, so it's going to stay on. but that's going to drop soon.
Very good.
Because what we're doing is we're going to offer it to all of the BWL clubs at like some pretty exclusive wholesale rates, and then that's just going to help everyone basically PB.
I genuinely think that's the best thumb tape I've ever used. And I will actually say, when you're not there, a lot of the people at Brunel are very complimentary about it as well.
Oh, nice. What, when I'm there, they can't say nice things?
Exactly, yeah.
It's too weird, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't have your ego getting too big. Can't have your head blown up.
Yeah, I got to stay humbled.
That's the whole point of it.
Yeah.
That's why we do what we do.
And that all I did was rinse some of my warm connections. Like everyone I know that worked in British weightlifting, I basically just messaged and was like, yo, can you hook me up with this person?
Nice.
And we went through like a process system.
I was going to ask, how's that come about? Because that's quite a...
Because I think I spoke to... So I started lifting with the British Army weightlifting team. And then so I basically messaged some of the coaches on then. And then they put me through to other people like Ashley and Kath and Tara and all these people. So I just started like talking to them about it. And then got a
I'm actually crying.
got a Zoom call with them and then just put it through because it was between us and Weightlifting House, to be honest. But I don't think Weightlifting House really wanted to do it. Obviously, they're quite a bit bigger than we are.
Nah, it's not. It's because you're better than Weightlifting House.
Yeah, fair
That's
one.
why.
Fair one. Weightlifting House didn't cut it.
CJC Gains 1, Weightlifting House 0. Let's forget about the belts and the singlets and stuff they do.
And all the international lifters they got. But hey, we got a couple.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Do you think you'll ever get on the international scene or European?
I want to.
Yeah.
That's when I first started weightlifting, I said in sort of the back of my head, if I ever got to a British champs, then I'd be really happy, and that would be me sort of saying I'm a good weightlifter, I've done well. And then the first year I started taking it seriously, I got there, I qualified, skin in my teeth. I did the last chance online qualifier.
Yeah.
And I got the entrance standard by like 1 kilo. PB'd both my lifts, got the standard by 1 kilo. Never been so happy.
I remember watching that.
Ran home to grab my scales so I could weigh in within like the hour window that you needed, and send it all off literally with like minutes to spare. So I was on cloud 9 just being there, and then on the day lifted pretty well. A couple of guys bombed, and I ended up with a silver medal. There's a bit of imposter syndrome with that, to be fair. Getting the silver because a couple of the guys bombed, thinking, it was just sort of like you got lucky sort of thing. But then you've got to be in it to win it, and I've got the bit of silver in my bedroom that says that I was there. So
mate, if you don't turn up and perform on the day, you're never going to be the strongest one.
Consistency is key.
Yeah.
But yeah, so after that, I had to sort of reevaluate what my goals were, and I'm a big believer in setting goals that are so outrageous that even if you don't get them, you've still won. Just getting anywhere close is amazing. So yeah, for me, very much my goal in my like weightlifting career, if you want to call it, is to get the an England singlet of some shape or form, whether that will be Commonwealth or European, or I know there's quite often do like England v Armed Forces style comps.
Yeah.
So it would be incredible. Yeah, it would be incredible if I could earn a place on an England team for one.
Do you
of
know
those
what sort of
comps.
numbers they need to be to get there, or is it like a vague numbers?
For things like Commonwealth, you just need to be in the top 8 spots. So would need to be the best in
Is
England
that
at
males?
That time. Yeah, males. Yeah, so males in my category. You just need to be within like, the sort of top 8 spots. I might be wrong. Feel free to correct me. I don't know. But from what I understand, you need to be in like the top 8 spots and be within sort of a reasonable chance of placing.
Yeah.
For England to want to send you or doing fairly well. Obviously, there's a couple of guys ahead of me, people like Benedict and Jasper, who are absolutely flying. But like, if there's a few injuries, or I have a spurt of really good training and I catch up, and I'm in the sort of 320 to 340 range total, depending on the field of the year, there's a chance, which would be pretty mega.
And so there's obviously less weight classes. I don't know when that's going to be implemented, but to say like within the 8 people, you could you have 2 people in the same category? Is that how it works? They just put the best or the people that are most likely to do the best go? Or is it one per category?
It's like the people who are most likely to do best. So if British weightlifting, or if England weightlifting has, there's 8 categories. If England weightlifting has someone in every single category who has qualified, but say you're 102 and you're 109, looking at the international rankings would probably come 7th or 8th. They wouldn't bother taking them because there's no point because you wouldn't get a medal.
Yeah, yeah. So whoever's most likely to get a medal is going to go.
I believe that's how it works. Yeah.
I guess in the pecking order.
Yeah, yeah. For Commonwealths at least. For Europeans, I think it's less of a. It's more of a if you get the standard, you go.
Yeah.
Again, I'm sure I'm getting all this completely wrong, but that's what I understand.
Anecdotally,
yeah. From conversations with people at Brunel at 9 o'clock on a Thursday.
No one's going to fact check us anyway, so we're right 100%.
That's true. Of the 6 people who are going to watch this,
yeah, I know.
3 of them will be me. So
one of them's going to be my mum.
Hi.
Hi, mum.
But yeah, so yeah, the long-term goal would be to get an England singlet of some shape or form at some point. That's the dream.
Yeah, that's definitely cool, isn't it? Just having the flag on you or something to do with it. Nice milestone, bit of memorabilia as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's something you're gonna hang up on a big picture frame when you're 50 years old or something, isn't it? Yeah.
It's creating dad law.
yeah.
When I've got kids, they can say my dad's stronger than your dad, and they have empirical data to back that up.
Yeah.
That's the best bit about all of my years playing rugby. To be fair, was I never represented England. I never played for England age groups or anything, but like county, South East, Saracens, all the sort of like high accolade clubs I paid for. Yeah, having the shirts, having the training kit, it's the best bit. I've got shelves full of it. It's cracking.
Yeah. And it just builds your journey. It makes it more fun to look back on if you've got all the things as well. Yeah.
To be fair, that's why I absolutely love having the Instagram. Having if I'm having a shitty week, I can scroll back and see where I was 2 years ago and think, well, I actually have come quite far away. It's pretty cool.
Considering you almost went for a clean jerk PB on Friday, 161, and yeah, like I remember watching you fail loads of 160 cleans once. Yeah.
I remember not being able to clean 150. I think the first time I cleaned 150 was at your first event at the farm.
Oh yeah,
when you did the first drop of the apparel and you had a bunch of
that feels like so long ago now.
Yeah, I was scrolling back the other day and I was we all look so young. It's so funny. I think you have the shaved head still.
Probably. Well, the Tashes are in the duo.
That is, yeah.
I got it just because you got one.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll have a Tash off.
Yeah, we still need to know who's better.
Obviously, I'm biased towards me. Mine's thicker.
Yeah.
More manly.
Okay.
Yours is more sculpted.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you can grow a beard though. I can't grow a beard, so
Can you not?
I can grow a patchy one.
Oh, he might patchy as well.
Yours looks fuller than mine.
Oh, I'll take that.
Well, we've chatted a lot of shit about your goals. My turn.
Yeah, talk your goals. Let's go.
Me, I feel strong, but I've not been doing much Ollie lifting, so my numbers aren't. I feel like a true reflective of how strong I am at the moment, especially Friday. But I've been doing a lot of CrossFit, and the Open's coming in like 3 weeks.
This is very exciting to have the Open, and I will say, watching your training, you do look strong.
I feel like all round the best I've ever been, like in terms of like balance for like strength, speed, whatever, all those accolades. But I'm getting the weightlifting itch again, and it's come at literally the worst time. I'm gonna keep pushing for the CrossFit Open, but it's like I'd have to push another 7 weeks of like hardcore WODs. Obviously, there's some lifting in there, but like now I'm like I don't really want to do that. I'm like I want a 300 kilo total. That's what I want. That's all I care about again. So I'm probably gonna change. I don't think I'll do it in the next week or so. But I'm definitely gonna change my focus again. Just because like I enjoy it way more, and like I like training anyway, but I think like just goals change. Goals change all the time. I fucked with CrossFit for like a year and a half. Feel like I got really good at that.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, well, I just want to be strong again, so let's go.
Although you've been putting in so much graft for the last year for the Open, I'm genuinely really excited to see how you go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'd be like anything crazy. Just anything better than last year would be good.
Where were you last year?
I can't even remember. I know in the quarterfinals, I came like 300th and something. 350, 380.
Nice.
It was high
Yeah,
300s.
yeah.
But obviously, there's no quarters this year.
Yeah.
So it's like a little bit uninfused. There's like hardly any sign-ups that are open in comparison to years past. And so like you go through the first stage, then you have like an online semis, and then there's an in-person semis as well. So it's like I'll probably get to the top 1% go to online semis, which I'll probably get there, and then that next one's a big jump.
Yeah.
Like that's like the difference between you're pretty good at CrossFit and you're elite at CrossFit.
Yeah. We are talking CrossFit now, so if this bores you like it does me, skip forward. But I do want to know what's happened to the format. It seems like it's changed loads this year.
Yeah, like so each category will have their own semis. So like the way they're doing it is say like there's different levels. Level 1 is like the top 1%.
Yeah.
Level 2 is 2 to 5%, and then it will go down the chain. Each level you're in has their own leaderboard. So if you're level 5, you'll do like level 5 semi-finals online, and you'll be crowned like champion of level 5, for example. So it gives more people an opportunity to compete with people their level, but it still gives people like the CrossFit Games, which I mean I think is good, but they change it so often, and I feel like they're just always making weird decisions at the top. Like we can't use those grips anymore, and
really?
Like I don't know what they're called, the synthetic ones maybe.
Yeah.
And so like obviously they're really good, everyone uses them, and but mostly because the bars are like the smooth chrome bars. So if you use the other ones, you're slipping everywhere.
Yeah.
And CrossFit are saying something like, "Oh, it's to do with your grip." Like everyone, they don't think you've been training your grip, but I just think that's a terrible decision.
I agree, because all that's going to happen is you're going to have athletes either slipping off the bar or tearing their hands to shit. So when it comes to like a lifting event the next day, they're absolutely cooked. That's ridiculous.
And like you can use it in every competition outside of CrossFit. So why now in the CrossFit Open you can't? Where everyone's so like accustomed to it. It's just like a big change.
Yeah.
And like I just think it's terrible. I think it's a terrible idea. And there's going to be so many gyms where like because you don't have to record the first bit, you have a judge who does it for you. There'll be so many gyms that just use it anyway. So like it's just going to make it unfair, and like it's gonna all the companies that sell grips are now like, well, they're gonna start hating on CrossFit, and then it's just gonna have a knock-on effect. And now like everyone's kind of boycotting the Open anyway. So it's like
because everything happened last year.
Yeah, there was but
we won't go into that because that's pretty dark, and that's a whole other topic.
Yeah, and we're not that involved with that. It's terrible, but yeah, let's not talk about it.
It does make me kind of sad, to be fair, seeing some of the interesting decisions CrossFit are making, because it's such a cool sport, and even though I'm very much a weightlifter, I do kind of owe a lot to CrossFit. I started weightlifting in a CrossFit gym, and all the friends in the environment and everything in there is a big part of why I stuck out for so long.
Yeah, the community side of things.
Yeah, the community is outrageous. It's so cool. But now seeing things like High Rocks and Athex all sort of blowing up, and CrossFit sort of shooting itself in the foot quite a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're sort of seeing the downfall or like a big shift in that community aspect.
Well, in my eyes, like CrossFit kind of paved the way. It like definitely spruced up weightlifting a little bit more.
100%, yeah.
Like people like yourself doing CrossFit and then finding their love for weightlifting.
So many people did that.
More accessible. And like there's so many gyms that don't want to affiliate because the affiliation fee is high, and they're just functional CrossFit gyms. Well, not even CrossFit gyms, they're functional gyms, but they do CrossFit. But they just don't want to be a part of it for whatever reason, either money-wise, business-wise, or just they don't like it. But now, like, they've kind of like CrossFit has made everything, but they've like don't get any of the recognition for it now.
Yeah, no, that's probably quite a good way of doing it, that's probably quite a good way of explaining it, I guess. Everyone starts through CrossFit because it's the big name in sort of functional hybrid training, I guess. And then everyone sort of like diversifies into what they actually like doing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a big guy. I like lifting weights. I do weightlifting. Oh, I've got a really good engine, but I hate gymnastics. I can do high rocks.
Yeah.
I'd be tempted to do high rocks. I'll give it a go.
Mate, you have to run for 8K. There's 8k of running high rocks.
It's in 1 kilometre increments.
Yeah, but mate, that's a lot. You're doing 0 at the moment.
I used to run 5Ks.
Yeah, a long time ago, probably.
Yeah, but just think how I absolutely blitz everyone on the ergs. Mate,
the first time I started running again for CrossFit, I had like the worst 3 months of my life. Yeah,
that's fair.
I want you to do high rocks. I actually want you to go and do high rocks, and I will come and support you, and I will cheer you on as you run round.
We'll do a team one. We'll do a pair.
Oh my god, I would get bullied if I did high rocks. My friends would bully me so bad.
What, are we saying this bullying in the army?
Yeah. It's character building.
Oh god, yeah. Okay. I'm a big, firm believer in character building. Again, that's another topic we won't go into. That's
Well, if you always do easy things, you just become soft. And you can't be soft in weightlifting.
No.
At some point, the bar's going to get heavy, and you're going to have to go through that challenging point of like, oh, do I really want it? And those are the people that we don't have in the club.
Do hard things. Do hard things. Oh, what is it? What's
Doing hard things makes you do more hard things.
No, what's the big Greek guy, Grizzly? What's his like tagline?
Grizzly.
You know the guy who does like the Zerta shrugs and then screams.
Tom Haviland.
No,
like
the big fat Greek guy.
Oh,
who does like the Zerta shrugs and then screams.
I know who you're on about. But he does that really weird training, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know his name.
He does like the 800 kilo sled pulls and he just like pull like an inch at a time.
Yeah.
Just rocking his weight against it. But yeah, he's an absolute animal.
How much do you reckon he weighs?
Oh, full.
No, him.
No, as in full. As in when he stands on the scales at his gym, it says full.
Oh. What?
That's his whole brand. You get T-shirts with a picture of him that just says full.
Really? Yeah. Oh, I love that.
I kind of want one. It's all like ancient Greek, like Star Wars, like the pillars and stuff. It's really cool, and it just says full. They're jokes. I want one.
Well, collab coming in.
Hell yeah! CJC Gains X Grizzly.
That would be funny. That would be like
heard it here first.
Niche of the niche, though. I think.
Hell yeah! I don't think it would be. You know, he honestly check his socials.
He is pretty infamous.
He's massive. He's got like millions of followers.
Does he?
It's blown up out of nowhere.
Oh my god!
Everyone calls him my lord.
Do they?
Yeah. Absolute champion.
Need to have a search for him. Right, next thing, exciting things coming up. We're doing a CJC Athlete Day. I keep getting, or the Gains Club.
Gains Club?
See, the Gains Club is on a t-shirt. The company is still called CJC Gains, so you could call it like an off branch, okay? That's why we keep mixing it up. But the next day is going to be March 29th. We're going to get a bunch of athletes together. We're just lifting weights though, okay? We're in our weightlifting era. But it's going to be at the Birmingham, I think it's the uni or some performance suite.
Yeah.
The Astrid's got the hook up there. She trains there. So we're going to come in, I think it's the day before Mother's Day. We'll do another video for that. We'll get a bunch of content. Hopefully we get some big lifters in as well. But
yeah, so far we've got quite a few positive maybes on like the 80-90% sort of sure range. We got Tom, Jasper, Will, Astrid.
Henry
come down.
I think Henry will come.
Nice.
I also invited Holly from Brunel.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
She said if she's free, she'll come. But I'm down to like let some other weightlifters come.
Hell yeah.
Like I don't want it to be like, because it's like an athlete day. It's not like a coaching teaching day.
Yeah.
Like if they come, they need to be efficient lifters.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Welcome back. We had a memory card issue, but
minor technical hitch, but we're back. We are professionals.
We've sent it into the tech team and they fixed it.
Turned it off on again. IT support.
Yeah.
Where were we? We're talking about Birmingham training day.
Yeah, training day, getting people together, making more content for it, and just giving people the opportunity to push themselves, getting a team together. Hopefully we have enough t-shirts so everyone can get like a nice little goodie bag. Nice like thank you for making everyone travel all the way up to Birmingham.
We'll carpool because fuck doing that by yourself.
Yeah. Probably have to take Tom up as well.
Yeah, bless him. I mean, he can't drive it, so
yeah,
he's a bit of a drain. Because I'll cut that out because he's actually really, really conscious. He feels really bad whenever I drive him home from training. He was like, bro, I'll get you back, I swear. Like, when I can drive, I'll drive you everywhere.
Well,
He's a good egg.
Well, I didn't learn to drive till I was like 24, so I was the same with my
wasted.
friends.
You wasted.
Yeah. Well, mate, in the army, they were like, yeah, we'll give you your driving. Joined training, no driving. I was like, cool. Every year, I was like, they lead you on. Yeah.
That carrot, isn't it?
Yeah, they're like, do your theory, we'll book you on. I did my theory. 2 years later, it ran out. So I was like, cheers. And then I did it again. And then, you know what? They made them give it to me. I was like, right, I'm leaving. And they were like, whoa, you can have your driving. I was like, I'll stay then. And that's how they get you.
And then you left anyway.
Yeah. Well, 2 years later, but...
oh, fair enough. Worth it then.
Yeah. But yeah, because for this athlete day, I'm hoping we can get to somewhere about 10 to 15 is like a good sweet spot, I think, of like a nice like lifting group.
Yeah, it needs to be enough people so that there's like a really good atmosphere. And there's always big lifts going, and the more people you have, you bounce off each other, and it's good. It brings everyone up, but then also it can't be so big that it spirals out of control. And it's just a few like up to Birmingham. So it needs to be, 10 to 15 is probably
like a couple of people sharing bars. What we actually need to recruit is a few more pretty good girl lifters that like to compete. Because we've got maybe four on sort of the roster. A couple of them, only one of them just like Astrid's the only like pure weightlifter. Yeah. Then we've got Cassia. There's a girl called Fern and a girl called Ashley, but they like there's a lot of people that live far away. One of them lives in Scotland, one of them is in Newcastle. So they're like obviously that's a long drive, and I don't expect anyone to come that far.
Didn't Cassia said she was going to come down?
She'll come down. She said she'll come.
Is she Wales?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's Wales. She owns a gym down there, Chaos and Order, which is
nice.
pretty cool. So yeah, nice of her to like travel all that way and come be a part of it.
Make it worth her while. I'll give her a t-shirt.
Yeah, 100%. I feel obliged to do that.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. That's part of it. You want to be part of the crew, you get the hookups.
I mean, that's also the on the slide sort of benefit of doing the training days. It's give everyone the new garm, get some good photos, some good videos for the promo.
Oh, 100%. Like the Gains Club and CJC Gains would benefit the most out of it all, as well as like people feeling like they're a part of something and like giving them the opportunity.
I wouldn't say the most, because at the training days, and to be fair, the training days are generally my favourite training.
Okay.
When you're with that group of people, you elevate yourself. It's great. But the benefit is you will hit a PB. Just being in that environment with those people, everyone pushes you on. Especially if I'm sharing a bar with Jasper. If I'm sharing a bar with Jasper and Tom, I'm gonna have to PB something.
yeah. No matter how weird it is.
Oh yeah.
We'll take it.
Oh yeah, I'll PB like my muscle snatch triple or something. Or my no foot, no hook grip, no barbell clean or something.
Because usually at these days, I like notoriously lift very badly because I'm always like so like stressed out. I have a lot of things on my mind.
You're worrying way too much about how the event's gonna go.
Yeah.
Going and having fun.
And I think I'll try and do better at this next one to like just not try and do anything, just be like involved. But yeah, I kind of like don't beat myself up if I lift bad. Like that filming we did at Whedon, I think all I cleaned was 140. I failed 145 and I was like, I'm done.
That was a dark day.
Yeah.
So the training day at Whedon was that photographing for a new drop, or was that just a training day?
That was the sponsorship with British Weightlifting. That was for that video, yeah.
It was the morning after my birthday. So Tom had been out with me and a few people in town the night before, and Tom, being 19-year-old kid, rocked up to the training. Morning guys, how we doing? Let's go. Like absolutely fine. You'd never know. And I walked in, hood up, sunglasses on, coffee in hand, wanting to absolutely die. And then had to. I guess that's a testament to how good the training days are, because despite being an absolute shell of a man, I still snatched 130 because I was just being driven by watching Jasper and Tom.
The anger.
And Henry. And everyone's absolutely slinging tin. I was like, I can't let these damn kids show me up.
These pesky teenagers. Pesky teenagers.
But it is, that's just, it's a testament to the environment, to the people, and the club making everyone better.
Oh, that's what we were talking about, recruiting girls, right?
That was it, yeah.
Yeah. So if you're a female and you love to weightlift and you want to compete regularly, just message us or get in contact.
Come join the best team there is.
The best team ever. We're also doing a weightlifting singlet run around Easter time. Okay, so we got a list of people. So far, there's 6 people on it. We're toying with the idea of making it a new design one, just because it's like fresh year. But yeah, if you want to get on the list as well, just let us know. Maybe do you reckon we do a new design? I think it's cooler in it. Like then you're the OGs, you have the old one.
I think so.
That sort of vibe.
And also, I haven't run this past you yet, but I do actually really want. You know, there's like the retro like 70s 80s singlets that are like the long sleeve ones.
Okay, yeah.
I do kind of want one of those. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Well, I don't know if they offer that, but I'm sure we could figure it out.
Yeah,
we can
either
do
that or we go really old school. And we do like the OG ones with like the string down to lifting like Borat,
where your nipples are out.
Oh yeah.
But what's the equivalent of like a girl one for that? Like,
yeah, that's
because I've only seen the male ones of those. Like, there's no girls going to get their nipples out. I think
back in the day, a lot of them used to wear t-shirts underneath it.
Really,
it was the same singlet, but they'd wear like a shirt underneath.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I think the long sleeve one's probably more appropriate. But I would be tempted to lift in one of the stringers. And my first English, I can't remember who it was. I think someone lost a bet, and he lifted in one of like the OG singlets.
Oh, I think I.
Do you remember who that was?
I've seen him a couple times.
Yeah,
was he at Patrick's weightlifting comp? Maybe?
Yes, he was. Yeah, he was at the one in Surrey or whatever it was.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely recognise him. It's that
very funny guy.
His nipples have stayed fondly in my memory.
Maybe not fondly, but yeah.
Scarred.
Yeah.
Scarred me.
Nightmare fuel.
But yeah, I mean, anything else you want to chat about?
No, I mean, that was kind of everything we had on the agenda, and some more. I guess the only thing left is sort of what's coming up. We've done, obviously, the training day, comps and stuff. What to watch out for some of the CJC team athletes. I know I've got the Brunel versus Army.
Oh yeah, there's the Brunel versus Army.
That's going to be in April, which we're trying to arrange you to be a vendor for.
Yeah,
or a sponsor with the new tape and the new shirts.
Yeah, that's a good, well remembered. We're trying to either call it like the CJC lift off or the Gains Club throwdown, something like that. Because the Army are sound of it and Brunel are sound with it. We just need to like come up with a good name, market it, and because the more like we can make the weightlifting comps like an event, the more fun it's going to be. Yeah, really. Like
I've got a few friends who up in like Stockport, Manchester, that sort of way. Like Stockport Spartans and Psych Weightlifting, really cool gyms, and they've started doing their Big Fridays with a DJ and speakers. Yeah, and it looks so fun. I need to go up there for a weekend and catch up with the guys because it just looks like outstanding vibes. But I would love the CJC Gains X Brunel X British Army throwdown, lift off, whatever it's going to be called.
Like a bit of music in the background,
like some speakers, like some decent lighting. It'd just be like a real fun day.
Yeah, like the more fun you make it, the better, and like the less sort of pressure you put on yourself if it's like there's more people there. Like
end of the day, it's going to be a very small comp, isn't it? It's Army versus one club, so there'll be maybe 8 lifters on each side. Call it 16 total. There's not going to be like a whole load of people, so it will just be a fun day out, slinging some tin with some friends. But no, I agree. It'd be classy if we could get like some music, some good lighting. Get one of your stalls up with the signs and actually sell some stuff. It'd be really cool.
Yeah, I do. I would bet my house on it that Brunel are going to beat the Army as well.
I mean,
you got some high caliber lifters at Brunel, and if you failed your best,
I'm very mid tier within that team, and I medal with British, so
because I think they're doing Sinclair though, innit? Like so obviously Supers probably don't really have the best Sinclair.
No,
but
then when we include someone like we got like Jess, who is Commonwealth and European, and she's what 59.
Yeah, like Steve Sinclair must be at least like high 300s.
Oh yeah. Also, they did the Brunel comp on Sinclair, and he won that obviously. But yeah, guys like Steve and Tom will be absolutely outrageous on Sinclair because they're super strong and fairly light as well. We've got a few other light lifters, like Eli is in the sort of mid 80s. He sits and he's just come back off injury. In his first comp back, he did really well. Like he did like a 110, 130 or something in that sort of realm, which is pretty big. Power jerker as well, crazy. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun day out. Is it Army or is it Armed Forces?
I'm pretty sure it's just Army.
Okay,
like
cool.
Army, British Army.
Yeah. Because that is a distinction. Because I've seen a couple of the Navy guys are very good.
Yeah, who's on the Navy side?
There's a 102.
I can't remember his name,
class.
bro. He's powerful.
He's an animal. Yeah. He popped up on my Instagram the other day, and I was in awe. I had a proper Instagram stalk.
Because he's been lifting in London. I don't know where, but yeah, I've seen a few videos of him. Strong boy, mate. Strong boy. He's one of those has technique not the best, but crazy power.
Oh yeah,
and
explosive.
When you're in a strength sport, who cares what he looks like, bro? As long as you lock that bastard out,
and sometimes if you don't, you know.
Yeah, if you press it out, it counts. CrossFit.
Exactly. I think in the local comps, it's more about having fun and being inclusive. So sometimes they put leading on the lockout rules.
Yeah, and if it's your first ever weightlifting comp, I feel like if you're super strict, you're gonna put that person off.
Yeah.
But then the other side of it is you have standards. You've got to be hold someone to that standard. But I'm more on the lenient side of things.
Yeah, I think if it's like a tier 3, like an open, and you've got some people who are maybe their first comp, maybe it's their first year of competing, and they're just they're finding their way in the sport. You've got to err on the side of the lifter. You can't be a dick with it.
Because I want as many people to do weightlifting as possible. The more people in the sport, the better it's going to be for everyone. The bigger pool you have.
Yeah.
So if you're constantly putting people off because you're being super straight with the rules, I'm bro, I feel like that's just an old mentality.
It's so old school.
Yeah.
I think British weightlifting is going through a bit of a renaissance at the minute as well. I think there was a lot of very old school heads within it. But the last couple of big sort of national events that I've been to, English and British, they've been so cool, and they've shared the event space with SID or FitFest or whatever it is, one of the big CrossFit events up in the NEC. And there's music going, there's vendors everywhere, there's it's a really cool event, and I think that's the future of the sport, really.
Yeah, I think it's 100% a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
You get way more eyes on, bigger crowds, better for the lifters. Music takes the edge off it, rather than just lifting in a hall where there's no noise, no atmosphere.
Yeah.
Obviously that's probably a weightlifting purist, but I think in order to grow the sport, just make it more fun. Make it an actual event.
And more Instagrammable opportunities.
Yeah. But yeah, it's cool to see. They're definitely by joining forces with other sports and helping, everyone helps each other grow. And I think that's a good positive thing for British weightlifting.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I'm excited to be part of it. It's class.
Me too. I don't think I'll probably compete in weightlifting this year, but
next year you will.
Next year maybe.
Hell yeah.
To be fair, if me, you and Tom and whoever else is around hit a tier 3, I think that would be pretty fun.
Oh yeah.
I'll probably do one of those chill ones.
I had the best time when I think it was Tom's first comp, when me, you and Tom went down to Lakeside. I know you didn't compete, but that was a really good day out.
Oh yeah.
That was a good day out.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
That feels like ages ago. That feels like so long ago now. But yeah, that's one of my pinned posts on my Instagram. It's really funny. I look back at it quite a lot, and it's quite a funny picture. Me, you, and Tom all look like we're the same size. I don't know how it was photographed that way. And I was stood next to Tom in the gym the other day, and I was like, "How the fuck is that picture?"
Yeah, because you guys stood there with your bit of white paper and a medal, right?
Yeah. Both absolutely cleaned up. It was great.
I'm in the middle, proud coach. Didn't make them bomb. Yes.
Yeah, that's always priority number 1, isn't it? Just don't bomb. I've done it once and it sucked. Never again.
Mate, I done it once and it was the worst thing ever, innit? I felt so ashamed and embarrassed that I couldn't even talk to anyone. I went so introverted and just went in and was like, oh my god, I'm a failure. Everyone hates me. No, I'm so weak and terrible. But then obviously looking back in reality, you're like, man, it's only 3 lifts. Who cares, man?
Everyone's got to do it once, haven't they?
Yeah.
Mine was earlier this year, and it was it was the first comp I've really been to with all the Goose Squad lot.
Yeah.
So I was there, and Hrithik was coaching me in the back room, and I love him. He's such a good bloke, and he's very very switched on. He knows how to coach, and I was warming up next to Benedict, who was at the start of his comeback, just absolutely rinsed. I think he opened his snatch at what I finished my clean and jerk on, and I was like, you're an animal, but you're a bastard. And I think that was the day he got very close to a Commonwealth qualifying. He smashed it, I bombed. I thought I was such a brave face. I was laughing with everyone afterwards. And in the car home, I was just no music, silence, just driving home like not happy.
That's the real character building stuff,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Oh yeah. It's how you shrug that off.
Yeah.
It took me a couple of weeks, to be fair.
Because in
It
reality,
was playing on me.
like no one else cares if you bomb other than yourself.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Like I would never say anything like negative or mean towards you bombing, but
yeah,
yourself
you would.
only months after.
Oh yeah, fine.
I'd give you like a cooling off period of
It's
like
a
a
grace
month,
period,
yeah, and then you're like dirt.
That time you bombed, you fucking suck.
Oh.
On that cheery note, yeah, no more talk about bombing. I think that's probably going to do us today, isn't it?
Yeah,
Cracking.
good work.
See you next time.
Thanks for tuning in.